This is like real camping, Mark. This isn't just RVing. The Boothbay Craft Brewery, and it actually does say RV Resort. What a quintessential Maine coastal town.
Oh my gosh, it's so stinky cute.
Their check-in area is a shed. Got some fresh Swiss chard that we bought at that farmer's market. By now you would have learned hanging out with YouTubers. We are in Maine. We're all set up. See, there's Carl, all set up. Now we are near Boothbay, Maine. And no, we're not really at a campground per se, although I guess it kind of is. It's actually a harvest host, but we opted to go ahead and rent a couple sites for 2 nights. So we are right over here in sites 12 and 13. We have water and electric back in, but you can see they have some pull-throughs up here, and then but you can harvest host right over here if you wanted boondock. But I forget what we paid, but the price was very reasonable. And we are at the Boothbay Craft Brewery, and it actually does say RV Resort. You ready for some birthday beer?
I am.
I would agree. All right, let's go in. What a quintessential Maine coastal town. Where has this place been my whole life?
Buddy.
I mean, if you're into...
Bubba, you know how to walk.
Our children don't know how to behave in public. Patty, what are your first thoughts of Boothbay Harbor?
Oh my gosh, it's so stinky cute. It's like what you read about in these books or you see on movies. You never think, oh, that's real. You know, it's a set. This looks like
So
something
you're saying
you see.
this could be a
Hallmark
movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at a farmer's market, aren't we? In Boothbay. We love farmer's
I
markets.
love farmers markets.
So we just found this farmer's market, except we got here right as they're closing up. So I did get some Swiss chard and some flowers. We're not going to cook the flowers. We're going to cook the Swiss chard. So Karen found maybe somebody with yarn. One of our favorite things to do when we're traveling is farmers markets. So you find some amazing products. You support the local community, local farmers. And so when you can find them, and then usually they're always in these quaint little towns. Look how cute that little gazebo is back there. All right, we're gonna go get some lobster. Or maybe just a salad. Patty, what did you think of lunch at the tugboat?
I loved it. It was good. The server was good. She
Terrell,
recommended
I think her name was Tara. She did a wonderful job.
She
And
recommended a
haddock fish sandwich,
Yeah.
which was
So good.
amazing.
Cheddar cheese.
Yeah, and that coleslaw was as good a coleslaw as I've had in a long time.
Good.
So
It wasn't heavy, weighted with like sauce or whatever. It was just light and cold and yum.
So if you come down here to Boothbay Harbor, there's the tugboat, literally. There's the harbor. We set up top on the deck. Excellent lunch.
We found some goodies.
We did find some goodies. I'm so excited about this. It looks like a coffee cup.
Let me take it out?
No, it was hard. We'll get it out later. But it has little marshmallows. It's a toy for the kiddos. And we got them finally found new bowls for their food, since the other ones were literally falling apart. But
literally.
I love this cute little town. You'd think by now you would have learned hanging out with YouTubers. We have got a beef brisket pizza with some, I don't know, it looks amazing. And then they did this salad with chicken for Karen because they're out of gluten-free crust tonight. Now, Mark, you may dig in. Poor Mark. He doesn't understand we have to take videos and photos. I know, it's like...
You were shaking there.
Poor Mark. He's like...
I'm just hungry.
Mark's like, I'm never hanging out with people who run YouTube channels ever again. I can't eat. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, July 2nd. It rained most of the night, still lightly sprinkling. And we are getting ready to hitch up and head on north up to Acadia. I gotta be honest, I'm a little sad to be leaving here at Boothbay. If I would have known just how amazing this area is, we would have booked at least 3 nights, probably 4 or more. Patty and I were talking, I don't know when, but I think we want to schedule sometime in the future a camp out right here at Boothbay Craft Beers. It's just such an amazing, such an amazing place to stay in such a beautiful area of Maine that I think some of you might be interested in joining us for a few days up here. We could do things like we could go out on a whale watch. We could do the quaint little shops downtown. Definitely have lobster. So we'll work on that. All right. I need to head back. Good morning. And go get us ready. We're actually already hitched up. I just need to bring the slide outs in, stabilizers up, and then we'll be ready to roll. Whoa, stop the music, stop the video. So I want to explain, we're headed north on 1 in Maine. I'm going about 50 miles an hour. I've got a long line of traffic behind me, including Mark and Karen with their Tab 400. And I see this oncoming traffic, and the car starts to make a turn in front of me. And no big deal, except at this moment, it appears they just stop in the middle of the road. The car on the left is beginning to swerve because they realize the situation I'm in. I have nowhere to go, and at the last minute, as I'm trying to thread between cars coming at me and the car on the right, they do move off the side of the road. It was really scary, and honestly, Penny and I didn't talk for several minutes afterwards. We were just trying to catch our breath. Now, we were filming in time lapse, which means we only had about 3 shots of the incident. If we'd been filming in regular speed, I think you would have seen how much more scary this situation actually was for us. Luckily, we got through and there was no issues. Let's get back to the video. We have arrived in Ellsworth, Maine, which is about 30 minutes from Acadia. We're at the Forest Ridge Campground. This place is pretty awesome.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a nice commercial campground, meaning it's well spread out. I'll show you later. Grass and not a huge park. But here's what I'm doing. I got some olive oil going with some garlic scapes cut up. And I got some fresh Swiss chard that we bought at that farmer's market back in Boothbay. Mark's working on steaks and potatoes, and we're gonna have some Swiss chard, and yeah, we're eating in tonight. Mark built us a fire tonight. This is like real camping, Mark. This isn't just RVing.
We won't mention that I used a little bit of cheater.
That's okay.
Get it going.
This is crazy that like 2 days ago we were literally like sweating terribly.
Yeah, we had a campfire at Cape Cod, and it just wasn't the same as this.
No.
That was barely tolerable.
It was hot and it was humid. Tonight,
mosquitoes and lots of mosquitoes.
Yeah. And tonight it feels like it's fall. It feels like it should be like an October night. I would say my favorite camping seasons, fall is number 1, winter is number 2, and then probably, I don't know, spring and summer.
Late spring, early summer.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It is July 3rd. We made it up to Ellsworth, Maine. We are at the Forest Ridge Campground right outside Ellsworth. And boy, I'll tell you what, this is a gem. Most of the sites are pull-through, full hookup. And it's not overly big. They're spread out. You have grass. They have a laundry room over here. They actually have a pool. It's an above-ground pool. But they have a pool, although not that we're going to be swimming today. It is actually cold. July 3rd, 2021. Yeah, and long pants. Crazy. So
Bathhouse is very nice.
Are the bathhouses nice? I haven't checked them out yet.
Very nice.
I see a playground over here. Their check-in area is a shed. And it's the coolest little shed I've ever seen. And they have some awesome products in there for sale. Patty bought some stuff yesterday. So, and this is a great staging area for exploring Acadia. You can also go down the coast. You're close to Belfast, which is a cute coastal town. And honestly, you're only 2 hours from Boothbay, so you could theoretically run down there and get some great beer and pizza. And originally, we were planning to try to get into the national park campgrounds at Acadia. Now, most of those are primitive, meaning they don't have hookups. There are some sites in some of the campgrounds that do, but they fill up quick, and needless to say, we couldn't get one. We couldn't even get the no hookup sites. So I started researching what were our options, and we decided on Forest Ridge. Now, for a couple reasons. One, it's much smaller than some of the big commercial campgrounds that are out on Mount Desert Island. So I always like a smaller campground, and the price. So 3 nights here, 4th of July weekend, our bill was $240. That's like less than $80 a night with tax. So really good deal here. And again, it's a small park. They do have some seasonals, but they are really well kept up. You can tell that whoever runs the place takes great pride in this campground. The staff is super friendly and helpful. They pointed us in the right direction for places to eat, places to go, things to see and do. And like I said, there are plenty of amenities here, from the playground for the kids to the swimming pool, laundry room facilities. They even have a dump station up front. Not really sure who uses that, because as far as I can tell, all the sites are full hookup. So really like Forest Ridge and Ellsworth. And again, it's a great location in my opinion, because you're only 30 minutes to get down to Bar Harbor, but you can also go exploring the coast of Maine. And so we're about an hour, I don't even know if we're an hour, maybe even less, down to Belfast. And that's the town we're going to go explore tomorrow.